Welcome back. We're in single digits, so if you're getting tired of all the notifications, sorry, you're going to get a bunch more. So number 9 on the list is Pittsburgh. Yep, the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Penguins a bit of a rougher year this year than they're used to, and last year ended kind of rough as well. This is a team not used to missing the playoffs. They missed the playoffs last year, and if they don't have a really strong second half, they could miss the playoffs again this year. So they've had runs at number 1. They were number 1 once during the 2017-2018 season and 3 times during the 2019-2020 season. Since then, it's been a little bit less likely they'll end up first. In fact, this year they peak at 9th. And right now, again, on the January 20th power rankings, they were 19th. So they're 9th overall on my power rankings, and in points percentage over the time between 2017-2018 and right now, 609 points percentage, 8th on the list. So right around where they should be. Their top scorer will surprise absolutely no one. It is Sidney Crosby, 452 games, 195 goals, 328 assists, 523 points. So, yeah, Crosby's pretty good, and this year he's on pace for maybe 50 goals, maybe 40, but still, he's approaching 40, and he's still going to score about 40 goals, aging quite well, Sidney Crosby. So Jari's also their leader in wins, and this has been the question mark. Really, it's interesting because Jari, 129, 73, and 24 record, 914 save percentage, and depending on the week, he may look like an absolute world beater, and this is the starting goalie, and it's great they have Jari, and the next week he may not look great, and it might be like, hey, we need to get somebody else. Nedeljkovic at points this season has pushed him, so the inconsistency in net is one thing to keep an eye on with Pittsburgh. If Jari plays the way we know he can, they could push their way into a playoff spot. But there are still some questions about this team. And obviously, with the core players being as old as they are, they need to figure this out quickly. Now, over the time that I've been doing power rankings, they've been in the top row 49 times, the second row 68 times, the third row 37 times, bottom row 3 times. 3. So Pittsburgh does not end up in the bottom row. If they do, something's gone totally wrong here. They were 26th this year, 1 week. They were 25th in 2017, 2018, and 2021, 2022, 1 week both times. Those are the 3 times they were in the bottom row. That's it. So the Pittsburgh Penguins have had a pretty strong run, but is it done? And you always hear about the window closing. I'm not a huge fan of window closing conversations, but does it exist? Yeah. And does it feel like the Penguins are probably in need of some kind of a change? Probably. And if so, Dubas may very well be the guy to bring about that change. Because I know people point to, okay, in Toronto he had his core 4, now in Pittsburgh he has his core 4. But he didn't bring all 4 of those guys in or bring all 4 of them up. And so I don't know that he has the same level of attachment, because I haven't talked to the man. I don't know if he has the same level of attachment to the core in Pittsburgh that he had in Toronto. There were times where it felt like in Toronto he was too close to it personally, and so he wasn't necessarily making best business decisions and best management decisions because there was too much emotion involved. At least that was my perspective. Very personable, very nice, down-to-earth guy with the players, and I thought at times that line between boss and player wasn't necessarily there, and it needs to be there because you need to be able to make that objective decision about who stays and who goes. Along the lines of Vegas, along the lines of what Vancouver's done over the last couple of years. I didn't think I'd ever use Vancouver as a positive example, but here we are. And I couldn't be happier that that's the case. And Pittsburgh may be facing some similar decisions of, okay, this core, we're not winning right now, so what do you do with Jake Guentzel? Guentzel's name has been out there. There's the possibility he's traded before this video goes live. There is that possibility. His name is out there far too much. And I know Kyle Dubas has basically tried to pour cold water on it. But where there's smoke, there's fire. So a Guentzel trade I could see happening before this video goes live. No, I would not make it go live before that because I'm not going to have these posts in the wrong order. One thing I've been doing my best with is to make sure they all go in the right order. I'm not filming any of them out of order. So as you watch them, you can watch my beard grow, all that fun stuff, and maybe by the time this goes live, Jake Guentzel's gone. But then the question becomes, if you're going to move Guentzel, what signal are you giving Crosby, Malkin, Letang, and Carlson, right? These are your 4 guys. So you're probably going to have a conversation with at least Crosby about what you're going to do. And I don't think it's that easy. And then the other thing for the Penguins, they've been so good for so long. What does that do? It hurts your prospect pool. They need more prospects. So in the event that they decide to move Gensel, in the event that they look at the deadline and say, you know what, we're not going to make it, they're going to need to get younger. And they're going to need to get talented youth in there as well who can push for a top 6 job and maybe be the next guys. This is a team that at some point soon is going to have to do a full rebuild. I don't know that they're going to do it during Sid's career. You'd have to get him to buy in on it. I can't see Sid going anywhere. I can't see Malkin going anywhere, or Letang either. So you kind of have to get them all on board with whatever you're going to do. And for Kyle Dubas, this is not going to be an easy... This is a tough team to take over because it looks like their window has closed, but you've still got the guys there who've done it before, 3 times each, and are going to want to do it again. But can they? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you trade Gensel? Or do you keep Gensel? Let me know your thoughts on that. If you're a Penguins fan, do you think, yeah, it's time to probably do some kind of a teardown or a retool? Or do you think it's time for a rebuild? And how does that even look? Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video or just because you haven't done it yet. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.